We want to live in a different world.
Alright, is everything ready to go? I think it is. I've got this nagging feeling I've forgotten to do something. Floyd, welcome to the stream, my dude. Lucifer356. Welcome, we're doing Project E today. Here on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma. For all of you watching on the second channel, if you want to come over here and catch us live ever. Dang, we got a lot of milk. Did that last stream. We are at a point where we need to create this energy collector. So we've got to make that. That should be on the list. That should be on the list. Starts with a furnace, of all things. Furnace, diamond, glowstone, and glass. Let's crack on. If you're wondering why the hype music today, well, I spent my evening yesterday playing guitar, which I sort of told myself I wouldn't do, and I'm totally anticipating some more RSI as a result of it. But I had some time, and I just picked up the guitar and couldn't put it back down, that kind of thing. And now I'm all hyped up. I want some metal music today. Does Evil X go on stream, says Cosmic Fan? Oh yeah, he does. He does when you scream Derpcoin into the chat. If enough people start screaming Derpcoin, then we might see Evil X. And this has just immediately reminded me of something. Let me go have a quick look. Oh, how does that work? Can't change it live. I've got to make a note. Oh look all those people screaming Derpcoin. I got to make a note for after the stream. Okay, you ready for it? You ready for it? I'm not, apparently. I've got to press a few more buttons first. Go on. Here we go. Here we go. How do you like that? Pretty cool, right? Oh yeah. The magic of Derpcoin. That's pretty neat, says Table Destroyer. You betcha it is. It's pretty neat. Now, we've got these things set up for like single craft, single item. When I click on it, oh, it does actually give it one. And then I think it was 6 of these. And there you go, that's the first one, which will be the energy collector. Then for the second one, we need a piece of dark matter. Take that right there. Put this thing over here. And I guess go at it again. Oh wait, this time it didn't have that, did it? Ugh, made a mistake. I guess this thing's pretty quick as well, isn't it? Right, then we need the red matter. Does it matter what we need? Uh-huh. 4 on this side, 3 on that side. Sayuj says, can we have the Evil X voice now? Nah, it's been retired. It doesn't work. The Go XLR mixer's settings just seem to randomly change, and I don't like doing it live anymore because of that. It's annoying. I mean, look, I can press it, right? Hello, I'm Evil X, or something. But, like, it's not been working. I don't know if it's retained its settings. Jodalau says, without watching the previous 68 days, I'm very confused as to what is happening. Yeah, we're pretty deep into it, so me explaining what's going on ain't gonna get us anywhere. So, we need this to make that. But apparently, the thing that I've got here does some of the stuff that we would use the tablet for. So, I always avoided Project E because it's essentially like a 3 stuff mod that takes the fun out of automating other things. However, there is one item I don't want to automate, which is the HDPE. I'm just noticing it doesn't have an EMC value. A few other things here do. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so the one thing I don't want to automate, I have to automate. Justin Fike 01, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate it ever so much. Evil X on Helium says, Table Destroyer. What, did it sound high pitched? I mean, I can record it. So, here we go. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I play it back? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds terrible. It doesn't work. It doesn't save the settings. It's really annoying. It also looks like this thing generates, potentially, some sort of EMC thing over time. I doubt that gets stored in the block, right? Yeah, it resets. So, maybe we'll go put that near the other block, and that might be a value. Yeah, if I like slap it here, does it go? It goes even faster. So I'll leave it there for a minute. I was thinking of turning these off just because they probably impact performance. We'll turn off that one for now and reduce the rate of that neutronium as we've got more than enough. JButter2A, we're here for 5 months. Thank you so much, my dude. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Okay, so now I'm not entirely sure where we go. I mean, I guess I definitely got to create this next and learn how to do all of this stuff. Let's press U. Isn't there like nuggets of this stuff? Okay, so to create this, I think. Oh, hello. Oh right, I thought it was a different process. Okay, so we've got to make this right here. Luck of the Sea. Oh, that appears to be any enchanted book. Okay, we might be able to make that just right here, actually. Yeah, there you go. We'll take that. What would it replace it with? Efficiency 5. So now we need Never Stars and Iron. Wow, okay. I think I might make a little exporting setup somewhere to automatically craft these. Actually, you know, I was just thinking, oh no, wait, I need to use the machine, so I do need an exporter. I was just thinking, why don't I like make it a crafting recipe? No, it doesn't work like that. Now we had initially been putting a bunch of stuff over here. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll add a compacting drawer because we want to put it. So we'll add a compacting drawer here for the evil ingots, and then we'll build something hidden out of sight. Or potentially just have the block up here, because then it kind of adds at least something to the area. Geordie7859, 18 months, that's 2 Twitch babies saying, loving the streams when I can catch them. Quick question, do you know any other languages? I don't. I dropped out of French and German in school as well, so yeah, I am language ignorant in a big way. Like, I really struggle with language as it is. So I'm like doubly useless is what I'm saying. I think we've got to make one first. So this thing's going to want power. God, I'll tell you what, a little bit of night vision right now wouldn't go amiss, would it? Also, how many channels are we using here? We've got 6 there. 7, 8. So we'll be okay. We'll be okay. But we'll bring this thing up and across. Maybe a little bit lower than that. X, search for the final star. I've seen a few comments saying that. Final star, not a thing. There you go. Do you know any programming languages? Says MUCL. Oh, you mean those languages? Oh, right. Not really. I can do a bit of HTML, CSS. And that's about it, really. It's all copy and pasting anyway, isn't it? I need to type more of the word. That would help. Is it crafter? Am I being a wally? I'm being a wally. Here we go. X, search for flower power bonsai pot. Why am I getting so many requests to search for stuff? So yeah, that thing. How does this work again? No, I need some sort of intermediary somewhere around here. Actually, I could still go there. I kind of want like a 2-slot chest, so I think what I'll do is just get a chest and then go ahead and fill it with cobble. The other thing is though, like if it takes out too many items at once, might be in trouble. Or I could export directly into this thing. Like if I shift that, look, it knows where to put them, and I can't put that in there. So that's actually a filter. Okay, and because it's on display, it means that we need a not just a conduit facade, but one that's been painted to the lead sheet metal. Great. Let's go take care of that now. Oh no, wait, what am I on about? I would still need that, but that's Ender IO. Oh, I'm thinking of a different type of facade altogether. One that I can actually craft right here. So if I do that and put our lead sheet metal in, then we don't need the conduit facade. Cool. So our export bus will go in right there. Then if we are to put the facade on it, I need to get around to the other side. Looks like it's part of the build now. Okay, we've just been raided by the Ender Core. Thank you so much for the raid, and welcome all the raiders to the stream. We are automating evil infused ingots. These are ingots that are infused with evil, funny enough. Don't ask me, it's modded Minecraft. So we need a particular type of card right here, acceleration, just to make sure. Well, actually, we kind of don't. We definitely need an expansion card though. Capacity, that's the one. But this just the second thing. Make sure it's zippy, and we tell it we're after these 2 items, and it gets filled up over here once it joins the network, which it should do pretty much straight away. So the fact that it's not suggests a channel limit, possibly. Device online. Device missing channel. In which case, is it that all the channels are used over here? This stuff really messes with me. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to connect it up over here now. Break away that connection. Have it go there. Get rid of that. Oh, that is painful. I could have swore. Yep, the gap's clear. It looks so clear to me, peeps. It looks so clear. It did not look like it was even close. I can barely believe that. I'm like, no. No, there was space. Oh my word. Oh, I guess it probably started here. Well, I gotta rebuild something that I built streams ago and probably don't know how it works anymore. Oh, what an absolute pain. What an absolute pain. That ain't even funny to me right now. I'm just like, no! Oh, what was this even? Right, I do know that the things at the front were screens. Yeesh! So they were probably the facades. Those were the screens. These are the coloured ME cables. So this first bit, easy sailing, right? Attach the screens. Not like that. Oh. How disappointing. Need a way back in, right? Facades cover it all up. So have we got a storage bus? I don't know how this thing was configured. I might have a note actually. Let me go open my Stoneblock Notepad. It's buried in a bunch of documents somewhere. Let's check it out. Locked at 0. Yeah, no, the priority is 0 then, so we leave it alone. That might actually just be it. Although, see, the thing is I've got an export. No, we were also exporting something here. We must have been. We must have been exporting the neutronium. Yeah, the neutronium things. Those little bits. And they've just started to build up, which suggests that I might be onto something, right? Probably would have had 4 acceleration cards in there. Which makes sense because they're the leftover items. Right, so let's move up the things that aren't a part of this operation. So we have, now that's part of the previous bit, as is that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So we've got that little assembly there. And that should bring all of that back online. When it does, we would like to put these things back on display, I guess. Maybe we have to wait a moment. Right, how long have we been streaming for? I'm going to start drinking this tea. It's going to get cold, you know. Oh, banging riff. X, are you duplicating the catalyst from that Project E chest? I haven't got anywhere near duplicating anything yet. Sayu says, why would X want us to swear in chat? I don't want you to swear in chat. I don't want that at all. Creeperhead says, X, search for the flower power bonsai pot and give EMC from thin air. Flower power bonsai pot. You're the second person that's asked for this. And it doesn't exist. Am I getting trolled? Right, looks like the storage actually came back online for all of this. Oh yeah, we also got the essence as well. But I'm not going to display that back here. Right, that should be this little something kind of back in order. And now we can get back to this bit. Try not to completely mess it up. So that's where that export bus came from. And then we had capacity cards, these 3, and then those in there. Right, now we're back on track, thank goodness. And what I'm going to need is some conduits and a flux plug. This flux power. Yeah, let's reset all of those as well. Is what's going to power this thing. So what have we done? What's similar to this? Do I have another one right nearby? Yeah, so for this one we selected machine power. That makes a lot of sense. That's going to power the machine and craft the thing, right? Has this got enough? Device online, excellent. So now it just needs that power. It's got the power, it needs something else now. Okay, Okay, we'll set this one. Woo! Insert the power. Insert the power. All of the power. It's already Sunday in New Zealand. Where's the video? Says Rock Metal. You've already answered your own question. Gah. Get out of New Zealand. Go somewhere else so it'll be Sunday tomorrow. Do you like Doom games, says Maybe Gamer? I've got a sneaky suspicion that I might. Sterilize says, you're watching the series on YouTube on episode 16. Glad to know there is a lot in store in this world. Playing along with you. That's awesome, yeah. Great way to play it, really, if you want to learn. And yes, there is a lot in store. I really haven't gone too deep into everything you could do. After a while, you know, you've spent a lot of time in the world, you kind of like start to lose the pace a little bit. I'm gonna optimize over here a little bit. Anyway, so we've got a problem here, and I think it might be that it needs a speed upgrade. Oh! Right. These are the recipes of the thing. Oh, you can do it straight to blocks. Interesting. Is there an advantage here in terms of time? It kind of looks like, yeah, it would make more sense to do this with blocks. So let's do it with iron blocks. And then we need some bookshelves. It's called block of iron, that's our problem. Now I'm gonna guess that this makes it an absolute pain to put them in the area. Wow, we don't have a recipe for that. That's mad to me. That's absolutely mad. So that's where we'd put them. Oh, we've got some things that need turning off in there as well. There you go. There's a recipe for you. In it goes, and now when I look in here I can make some more. I am so ready to assume that it's going to want me to do it the vanilla way, right? Like, forget putting this thing on display then. I mean, it wasn't the biggest perk. Doesn't emit light. Anyone in chat actually know, like, because it's not going to give me a lot of space. I think I'm pretty much going to have to flip this thing around. The Thinky says, will we have any more variety streams? They're my favourite. You know, I haven't really thought about doing another one. There was like 1 or 2 more games I was going to check out. And one of them was a bit more of like a long play game where you would play it like for a long time. Knight777, thank you ever so much for the Prime subscription, dude. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Just do it up, says Andy. Andy's 35. That's the lyric. Fear My Pony says you can use Botania pylons instead of bookshelves. Oh, no. You can't use Botania. No. Not allowed. No Botania. Zero Botania. Yeah, let's just do this the vanilla way, because that's probably the way it's going to work. So, like, somewhere around here. And it's all out of sight and whatnot, so if it looks ugly... If it looks ugly, sue me. Right, isn't it 15 for a full setup? Yeah, you can see the particle effects are interacting with it the same way. So as for playing other games, it's just kind of drifted, really. The idea. That's 14, so I'll put 16 here. And then, yeah, it tells us it's good enough. Now, I could have been a bit more curious. This thing has Silk Touch, right? Oh, it actually doesn't. I think my AOIT has Silk Touch. If I were to be just a little bit curious, take those back. Does it perhaps interact with something further away? That looks like a pretty solid no. There's no particle effects. And then there is. Right. Now we know. Today we learned. TIL, right? That's the thing. That's that Reddit. TIL. Alright, back to this setup again. Do a little bit of that. That all gets filled up when it connects with the network, which I'm sure it will do soon. Nice day, Xisuma, says Dorite Pog. Isn't it just? I cleaned my house today. That was my morning task. Cleaned it top to toe. Did it like a lot quicker than usual. I just sort of did a quick breeze over everything. Feels good to have a place and to like take care of it. Look after the things that look after you, right? That might sound a bit odd, but you know, your home is your environment. It's where you cook, clean, eat. Got to keep it nice and tidy, right? And sleep here as well. Sleep hygiene, that's the thing. Right, I'll put this thing off to the side again. Oh no, that's the wrong block. Yeah, so now this has got power and it's starting to do the trick, and we can put an upgrade on it. Which, why don't we just do that? We've actually got some ultimate upgrades here. Wow. I kind of feel like it might be wasted on this, just because it's a idle thing that sits in the background. I kind of feel like that didn't change anything. Oh no, it's speeding up. It's speeding up. Yeah, we'll put those in there for now. We must remember that they're there though, so if I forget, remind me. I don't need the I never needed the crafter. Why did I get so hung up on the crafter? So what I need is for that to sit here, give power to that thing, which it's doing, and then for us to have a compacting. This thing was so much simpler. I don't know why I started with the crafting and stuff. Oh, no, no! Wait, oh, I know what I've done there. I've actually attached it to the network, which is exactly what I was trying to avoid. God. What an absolute wally. What we're going to do is that, then we're going to grab a key so that we can lock it. Oh, I love this song. I'm so glad they included Tiberian Sun tracks in this. It's Tiberian Sun, isn't it? Oh. Wait. Ah. Or is it Tiberian Dawn? What's the game called, peeps? Because there was this thing about the first one actually originally having a different name, and so when I think when Tiberian Sun came out, it was also noted that the first one was sort of a code name of Tiberian Dawn, and that they might make Tiberian Twilight. Oh, I got a talkie topic for us, by the way. I watched some great bit of journalism, gaming journalism, from Super Bunny Hop. Interesting channel name. Yesterday, about how buyouts and mergers in the gaming industry look different from the inside to the outside, which is really great perspective to put on it. It's something I'd sort of been vaguely aware of, but when it's spelled out well, it makes it all so clear, because there's been some really big buyouts lately, and sometimes these things come with like a negative perception value that buying out is like really bad for the gaming industry and all of that, which on a zoomed out view it does tend to look like it leads towards monopolies, like Microsoft's Game Pass might be becoming a sort of monopoly in the future. The thing I really liked about it though is it pointed out that like having your gaming company that you've made and you've made your games with, you know, like Westwood Studios who made Command & Conquer, having it brought out is kind of the dream. Like, for you to put all of this passion, effort, hard work into making some games, and then, you know, when you're, say, creatively done, and someone comes along and offers you to buy you out, that's your paycheck, that's your pension, that's it, you're taken care of now, right? Like, it makes so much sense that gaming studios get brought out so easily. It's kind of hard to imagine that, you know, you'd want to work on games forever and ever when someone is offering you a big paycheck to get out. So these acquisitions and these buyouts, you know, they're quite frequent in gaming. The Snail 78, thank you for 2 months, saying hi X, slowly following along my own Stoneblock world via the YouTube vids. Don't often catch a stream, but thanks for all the inspiration and entertainment. Awesome, someone else playing along, it's always good to hear that. Thank you ever so much for your 2 months of support as well, really appreciate it. And I hope you're enjoying the stream. That is now part of our items that are in our thing. I can't take it off the list. Have you seen the new item sorted from Cubic Meter? I haven't. However, I will investigate that as with a new season around the corner. At some point, I'll probably want to automate storage. Northeast, west, east, east, west. What are we talking about these coordinates? Directions, even. Anyway, chat, like, no one's really waging in on me on this one, so if it's something we don't want to talk about, that's fine, but does anyone have much of an opinion on this stuff? You know, like, Microsoft, they brought Bethesda, and then they brought, is it Activision? And now they're starting to own a massive library of games that will give them a sort of monopoly on access to them, essentially. Okay, that is what we're doing next, and I wanted to make a recipe for that. So stone, all of that's done. It's the 3 things at the top that might not be done. Also, can I add that to my list? Ah, haha, down that rabbit hole, eh? Oh, I'm sick of going down rabbit holes at this point. So an empowerer. Oh man. I think we should just automate a whole bunch of stuff in this mod, really. Just try and find out how to do it. So let's go make a little project. Oh, that's the wrong thing. It's selling out. It's about whether you've... Oh wait, that one went off the top of the screen. I'm not against the buyouts, but I feel like you use the small business input into games. Yeah. It changes the landscape when all these small companies keep getting brought off. Everyone's waging in now. It's a problem if you think all about the streaming service. Now there's going to be a game version and another subscription to pay for, says Sterlila. Yeah. Yeah, it is going that way. It could look like that in the future. Jesting Stud says, as long as EA doesn't buy more and then ruin them games. You know, it's funny because the video took a moment to focus on EA and kind of pointed out that they have a perception of ruining games, but the reality is more like, because they buy out so many things, when a buyout happens, they're buying the intellectual property more than they are the studio, because developers will basically leave. Like, that's their paycheck, that's their retirement. You know, they've grinded out the games, they've hit success, along comes a big company, and that's it. It's the same in the world of startups, and you know, like, if you're making an app, right? A dream, like an ideal situation would be for a bigger company like Facebook to come along. I mean, maybe not if you don't like Facebook, but you know, someone bigger to come along and buy out your app, integrate it into their stuff, and then you get a massive paycheck and retire. Like, there's a huge incentive for that, and That was one of the things with EA, is that yes, they brought games and then those franchises were sort of run into the ground. But it's because, like, as soon as they're brought out, all the developers of those games would just leave the studio because they got their paycheck and they're off. The thing he says, but X, if you really care about the artistic vision of your game and the experience, that might be more important to you than a big paycheck. Yeah, but obviously with the history of buyouts, to most people it's not. I pay attention to, you know, different voices and different communities and whatnot, and one of the things I've heard a lot in the gaming industry is that, like, being a game developer is like a lot of grind and not as much glamour as people think, right? A lot of time spent solving bugs and doing boring coding, and the creative jobs are far and fewer between. And if you think about it, if you're like the head of a gaming company, a gaming studio, that you do a lot of business as well, which you may not really enjoy. You might have gotten into it for the games. So I'm not saying your answer is wrong, more so than, like, that's one side of the coin. The other one being that you can think about it entirely differently. And I think I imagine it would be like this, that for a lot of people in the industry, like, it's great to work on a game that's your well, they always call it like a brainchild, but then, you know, how long do you want to work on that brainchild for, right? Like, things quickly get turned into franchises. Success quickly breeds you know, a demand for more. And so maybe that game that you really enjoyed making goes from being like a love of labor to, you know, something where you're grinding out sequels. Obviously, it's different in each and every situation, but I guess the point I'm putting across is that it's really easy to think that way until it's in front of you. Like, imagine that you've, like, slaved over a game for years and, like, you've, in a way, grown tired of it, as many people do with certain hobbies and whatnot, and then, you know, the game will, like, live on for its infamy, and you can just take a big paycheck and walk out of there. It's extremely appeasing and appealing. Appeasing and appealing, I think, are the two words, right? Like, you'd be surprised. People are tempted. Like John Romero's Brainchild, it almost could be said that the game died because of too much time in the oven. Says Mr. Toenails. What are we referring to here? Doom? Because, I mean, to say Doom died is sort of like, I don't know, a bit of a non-starter statement. It also cuts down on creativity. All it takes is Microsoft going conservative on something like The Sims, for example, says Miss Flamingo. Yeah, again, like, having more knowledge about something changes your opinions, right? Like, in that video, he commented specifically on The Sims and talked about how, if I'm getting it right, just thinking, make sure I, you know, understood what he said, but apparently The Sims was like an over-bloated budget that was, like, the game was over budget and it was, like, draining Maxis of their resources when EA brought out Maxis. And EA stepping in allowed The Sims to be completed, you know? And yet the perception is like evil EA destroys video game franchises. It's an easy perception to have because it's like, you know, a villain, the good guy and the bad guy. That's always easy to understand. But really, it's more like, you know, well, Westwood Studios, they worked on these games for a few years, and then along come a bigger company. Everyone wants to take the early retirement. And, you know, off they go, and then all the people that made the studio magic are gone, and so the next series of games, which EA now owns the intellectual property to, it's going to be hit or miss whether they get it right again. Archer says, I think you have some great points, X, and I don't blame anyone for taking a good idea and cashing out when they have the chance. My fear, though, like a lot of entrepreneurs, is that people will then be enticed to start something and get it hyped up and not focus on something more long-term sustainable. That is a very legitimate fear, and one that there are plenty of examples of. Some people do startups and get investment and stuff based on a lot of hype. One of the other things in the edutainment space I like is like business stories about startups and companies, and you do see like a bunch of kind of startups that are kind of from the beginning looking to present an idea to a big company. Like it's a way for people to not start, I guess, at the you know, from love of labor and then one day retire mindset, and more like the what's the quickest way to retirement. The Ashemi says, but Xisuma, most people, at least from my experience, have at least one aspect about their job they like less. I think this would be the same for game developer as well. Going into a job thinking you will love every single minute sounds strange to me. Yeah, you're totally right, and I was trying to make that point earlier, that like game development looks glamorous from the outside, right? Because you just play the game. You don't make it, and making it's like quite different. And being in the industry, there are many different roles. Like the best, air quotes, best jobs, as I guess people on the outside might see it, are things like game design, right? And not having someone else tell you what to code and having to sit there fixing bugs and do release testing and stuff. Like there's all sorts of other dynamics as well, like running and managing a business, which, you know, you could have got in the industry to make games and then ended up running a company more than making the actual games, you know. And that again is another incentive, like, to get out. The whole like the nuanced understanding of the situation and how complex it is and individual each time it happens is like harder to understand than the simplified, you know, evil EA and evil, you know, buyouts, evil EA buying up all these little indie developer studios and ruining them. Like it's too easy to understand that. Miss Flamingo says corporate takeovers usually means suppression of things, which is the ultimate Karen move. I don't really care much for using terms like Karen. It's just they seem more destructive than helpful. Right, now let's go look at actually additions. I heard a phrase describing the use of language like that the other day that I really liked, but it didn't stick in my head. That it was like form of generational. What was it again? Generational something or other. Basically, how like the word can just sort of be a slur towards an entire generation, because it just packages a type of person. And like that's really a really destructive way to think. Like Boomer, says Mumbai. Yeah, like Boomer. Boomer's more on the light-hearted side. I mean, it depends how you use it as well. Karen seems a bit more naturally vindictive. But Boomer, you know, sometimes, you know, humor's like an interesting thing, right? Like sometimes it can be mean-spirited. Sometimes it can be genuinely funny. It's all a difficult thing to figure out. But Boomer generally, when I see it brought up, seems a bit more light-hearted. Oh, that's the thing I already got. And then that's the dust. I think I'm just going to start with this thing. I'm trying to think ahead to lay out all the different types of things it wants you to do. My problem is I don't actually really know what any of those are. Because there was another one where you need the split. That's the one, the empowerer. So this is the one where you need a bunch of stands around it. And I kind of wanted to start off with like getting a feel for the layout of this space here. Maybe we won't have that luxury today since I'm decided we're going to build over here. Xisuma, I was talking about Katana when I said John Romero's brainchild died. It flopped because he was waiting for the Quake 3 engine, and when it was too different to switch over, they were forced to release an early mediocre game on an old platform. Yeah, that just sounds like a typical kind of like development problem. Sadly, Generations is just another way to divide people into categories, says Jay Butter. Yeah, really well expressed. Like identity politics. It's a way of power being able to like signal to people, to have them focused on like what's their identity, as opposed to seeing class and seeing where true power lies. It's like one of those things. It's just another way of making an issue that isn't the issue, essentially. Let's put that thing here facing that way. I'll tell you what, I wonder if it can face downwards. That could be kind of cool. Oh, it does. Nice. That's going to look good in this area then. Yeah, so that can periodically zap. I've got no problem with that. Oh. Oh, dang it. Put it on a pulse, says Jesting. Actually, yeah, I probably will need to. I don't know, because that might make it more complicated. So what I need is a interface now. An interface has got to give an item to, like, some sort of dropper that ejects the item. Okay, that needs to get, like, turned off while I'm here, in case I go mad, you know? And we'll put the power source and maybe other stuff up here, so we've got to remember we have access to that. So then we want like a vacuum, but I think a vacuum's... Oh, I guess we could use an Ender IO vacuum. That will have the means for a filter, and I believe we have a big item filter in case we need a lot of these. That's going to go there. So then we need something that shoots the item into the space, and this thing will pick it up. Now I've got a dropper. Didn't we have like auto dropper? I seem to remember auto dropper being a thing from way back when, in the early days of the series, back in the day, when we were all young'uns, when we could still walk properly. I don't know. Well, it had dropper in the name, so that looks like it. Iron dropper. So check this thing out. Doesn't this auto drop? Yeah, I guess it does. I don't know why it would have a pickup delay. Huh. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway. I kind of like the idea of it not being attached to the side and being to the back. Yeah, I think I'm going to move this all over by one block, so that's going to go there. I need some more of those neutron blocks, because it'll just make it easier to hook this stuff up to the walls, essentially. X, I love your armor. It looks very cool. It's also a pretty shade of green. It's emerald armor, if you're wondering. Oh, well, I actually wanted that there for a second. Okay, so we'll put glass around this thing so the items will stay in the middle. That thing's going to go in, and then we tell it to pick up the items that get converted. We can also make the range really small so it's not as taxing. Then items have got to be distributed in the back here. So that's where the interface needs to send things across, I believe. This is challenging. I'm liking it now. The only thing I think we're going to struggle with is the redstone, because we can get power to it, but how do I get this thing to make a signal? And then if it does, is it going to be the right kind of signal? I believe there is a redstone card, but I can't remember how it works. It also doesn't go in there. I don't think it working with redstone is going to happen. I think we're going to have to put a muffler here and just leave this thing on. So let's go make a sound muffler. Put that up here. Yeah, so now what we want to do is put in a recipe. So, we kind of want a terminal around here. We're also going to need to bring a cable to this space. Pattern terminal? That's one of the things we need. I think a crafting terminal. Yeah, actually, I think what we want is that for dropping them in, and pattern terminal for making the patterns. So we did bring... No, we didn't bring any ME cable over here. Right, and this thing's probably getting a bit knackered. 6 of 32. So I also have a cable down here. Somewhere down here, around here. I don't know where it is. There it is. And that's all for one channel. So I think it makes sense to bring this one across now. Yeah, we'll bring it up round here. And that's a magenta one, right? Magenta. We got a noise in the ear. It's Curls of Doom here. Gifting a sub to ManuCL98. Thank you so much, Curls. Appreciate you doing that. Coffee update. I think I've settled on leaving the kettle on for 3 minutes. I think when you put in the water a little cooler, it seems to get a bit more flavour out of it. But next week I'm gonna do 3 and 3. That seems to be the one I like the most. And then I'm gonna try salt, butter, coconut oil, and possibly something else. I had something else on the list, and see which one of those I most like to give it a bit of pizzazz, you know, bit of extra flavour. See what happens. I'll probably end up trying something like cream at some point as well, right? Oh yeah, I've also got a bit of like Greek yogurt. Maybe I could try that. I don't know if anyone puts Greek yogurt in their coffee. Just maybe a tiny spoonful and stir it and melt it. Liger, thank you for 21 months of support. Greatly appreciated, my dude. I hope you're enjoying the stream, and thank you for all you do, of course. So we need more magenta dense cable. Let's get on that. Condensed milk. All that condensed milk stuff is super sugary. I'm avoiding sugar. What blend or roast or coffee are you testing with? I don't know. I just brought something that Carl's told me to buy. I was like, okay. I like that, you know. Sometimes when you want to get into something, it's just better to have someone instruct you a place to start. Otherwise you get kind of drowned in that like choice paralysis where you got so many options, you're like, what is all this? I feel that way about a lot of stuff sometimes, like especially adulting type things. It's just like, oh, I can't be bothered to look at all this stuff about mortgages and just someone tell me what to do, like all that stuff, right? But you do need to know what you're doing with that stuff. Just yeah, those more boring things, at least. Sometimes it's nice just to have someone go, look, this is what you want to do. And then you got to hope that they know what they're talking about. Rapzap says, I'm actually very surprised when I found out Xisuma used my logo in his Xisuma Says thumbnail. At first I didn't notice, but when I saw it and checked the description I freaked out. Alright. I mean, it was about Season 9 and I saw you made a logo for it, so I just used that. Right, so now we need the terminal stuff out the back here while we work on the area. This will take up a couple of channels. Oh yeah, they like to do that, don't they? So you got to put them on those. Oh, that's... oh, whatever. Yeah, okay. I've got the 2 correct ones. This one needs a bit of reconfiguring. I'll tell you what. It's getting annoying not having the thing on around here. Right. Oh, do you know what, though? Do you know what? Right, it's called... Dislocator. And we have... this. So if I go... I'm going to put it on display. We're going to slow down this farm a little bit. We're going to put that there. Oops. Oh, maybe I don't have a say. So now when I turn that back on, I shouldn't pick up those crops, but I should pick up the cable. Maybe I already picked it up. I think that works. I hope that works. We'll see what happens. Right, now we can make patterns, which is good. Sloydy D says, X, how are your ears? Are they back to normal? I still get ringing in the ears quite often. It comes and goes. The other night it was like quite loud. It's worrying, but for the most part they're pretty much, you know, I can hear like normal. It's just, yeah. Right, so now what we do is we make a pattern. We need that mod. So let's say we definitely need to bookmark. Nope. Dang it. We need to bookmark that and the thing that we're currently using. Now if I click here and go for uses, right, there's a lot. There's 9 pages worth. So do I do all of it or just what I want to do? Oh, look at that. I'm not doing any of that stuff. Too advanced. Right, if I need to make 9 pages worth, this needs to be smarter, I guess. So what we could do is move it back by 1 and have... I'm really not sure actually. Can I do an Ender IO conduit system? Kind of want to figure that out now before I get too into this, right? I guess maybe I could just put 1 above, 1 below. Otherwise, I think it gets a bit crazy. You know what? There is a block in Ender IO that I really like. Oh, do you know what? This also creates complications. Actually, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it matters what interface it comes back through, but we can at least test. So the thing from the Ender IO is the buffer. Item buffer. Here we go. Let's just make a bunch of new ones. So this can automatically feed it through. And it kind of means I want to move all of this over by 1 block, which is pretty typical, right? We'll go a little further. Harold says, loving the CNC music. Glad you are, my dude. Glad you are. Okay, so what we do is we put the Omni buffer here and then have them like that, and we say like push. This one's going to push that way, this one's going to push up, and then that one's going to push into this block. So any item arriving in there ends up in the iron dropper. Right, so I'm going to want multiple interfaces. This is all learning curves as well, right? If we do good, we've learned something. Let's try and clear up this inventory a little bit more as well. There's a few things here we kind of defo don't need at the moment. Yeah, so we're going to use this one first of all. Create a pattern now. for... Now, it wants it to be in processing. You know what? I think it doesn't really matter. Actually, maybe... Yeah, no, I think it actually does matter and works better this way. And I've just realised something. Aren't these just block versions of, yep, those items? So the first 2 pages are actually sussed out with just 3 items. So they're like iron, coal, emerald, and redstone. So that's 6. We're going to put 6 patterns in. And set them up down the side here. Can I press U there? Yes, I can. Then we're going to have to grab these things as well. Right, let's get into it. How is X brewing his coffee, says Manuel CL. Oh, with a French brewer thing. A French press. Reese, 3232. Thank you for 4 months of support, my dude. Good to have you with us. Don't always catch the streams, but keep up the good work. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate the message of encouragement. So we've got a lot of blocks in this game. Redstone was one of them. Lapis. Lapis, coal, emeralds up there. Oh, I've got that one the wrong way around. Quartz, is that? I think that's right. Oh no, that's actually iron. Why did I not see lapis in there? Am I just being a wally? Oh, we'll type him now. And then coal's the other one. Right, so in here we have to say, like, keep these... Oh, dang it. Wait, didn't I just... I'm not sure what I just did. Did I just send it back into the system? Weird. So you put something there, I guess it goes back in if it doesn't match what's above. So we've got all of these things like ready in the system in case we're good to go. So then we have the patterns for them. And they're going to eject them into the nearest block. We also want to hide that. So they'll end up in here, which will shimmy them down to there, where they automatically go into this thing. And I kind of decided this thing's just going to always be on, right? Oh. Pulse? Right click to toggle. What am I... Ooh. Missing something here. We've got cheers and bits from Dark Mystery. Good afternoon from the Netherlands. I just wanted to share my happiness because last weekend I came out as trans girl to my fiancée and she was super supportive. So I've been riding that high ever since. Trans rights are human rights. I agree, yes. Yes, they are indeed. And I'm happy for you. That's wonderful. I'm glad your partner was supportive. That's really good in this day and age, of course. And thank you for the biddies. The cheers and the biddies. They are appreciated. I'm missing something here with this block, aren't I? Well, that thing's not going to connect to it anymore. And we need a flux point. We know that. So let's do machine power again for our random machines. So that gives it power, but why is it now like not activating? And it only says deactivation? Oh, okay, that's really confusing, but that means it's on. So deactivation means it on. Iron pressure plate to send redstone to the laser. Currently using it. Oh, that's really smart. That's so elegant. Here was me thinking I need a bunch of special modded wires and signal manipulation. That makes perfect sense. So then we just need our item filter to work. So I think I'll put that on 0 for a second. Now let's get some glass up in here. I like the idea of using the luminous glass. Actually, no. Let's not. Let's use regular. Quite clear. Use this stuff. Okay, so fill in all the gaps. Oh wait, did I? No, I did put them in the corner. I think. Yeah. Right, so we're kind of ready to test this. So when I think I'll test it manually to begin with. So let's say we put in one of these. Right. Eject continuously while powered. Eject continuously. Got it. Where did it go? Wait, did I pick it up? I probably... Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Is it disabled? I can't tell. Yeah, that thing picked it up first. So we can actually leave it on range 0. I'll probably put it on 1 to be comfortable. I could just blacklist items here and then set it up straight away. I think I'm going to do it that way around. The range is small enough that should never really cause a problem. So if we blacklist, okay, and then just put in like a bunch of items that are going to end up in there at different times, right? If anything's sat on that pressure plate, it activates the laser. Then the... Oh man, look at that. Okay, that's a cool little setup. That's a cool little setup, isn't it? Now here's the next big test. Let's get an item conduit. Maybe some speed upgrades as well. X, completely mathematical equations whizzing through his head. Chat, pressure plate, says Matt Curiax. Yeah, well, here's the thing, like, often simple solutions are the ones that work, and they can be really elegant and swift, and as a former Redstone engineer, back when I was making contraptions often, like, it would be really satisfying to find a simple solution, because it just makes everything easier. And like, you don't really care. You're like, well, that's it. It's done. And it's also wonderful in the Minecraft community to see how designs change over time, right? And it's clear that like the community has an idea of what these contraptions are like, but then people come along and go, oh, you can simplify this. You can make that thing now with an observer and reduce the amount of blocks by 50%. And it's always like really satisfying when that happens. Okay, so now we're going to request, by going to actually additions, what we don't have is a place to store this, I've just realised. I was about to do a big test. Yeah, let's say we go here and ask for 10. Now let's look at the status. Can you see them over here on the left? They're getting made. Or are they? Because that's powered and the laser beam didn't activate. So shouldn't it be... Is it not actually... They're not actually on the pressure plate, are they? So our very simple solution has been thwarted by the size of the pressure plate, if I'm not mistaken. Wait. Why? What just happened? Oh, I can't put... Yeah, okay. I can't put that on it because... Yeah, duh. Okay, now I don't get it. Now I don't get it at all. I think it's a timing thing. I think they all came through too quickly. Maybe we can mess with that a bit. Yeah, it's basically like one gets done, I think. Deactivation. Wait, let's see what happens now. This thing needs to be continuous. And it's not. Oh my god. Is Hypno in chat? Hypno, perfect timing. Please save us. Girls of Doom, thank you for gifting a sub to Hypno for 6 months. Really appreciated. Pressure plate is constantly being pushed down. Yeah. Wait, someone said that they had this in their world and it worked perfectly. That person lied to me. Also, I guess this thing moves through a stack at a time, doesn't it? I thought it was pulsing because it was powered. Is there no other way to configure that thing? Oh, how lame. How lame. Right, now we open... Oh, no, wait, that doesn't work. What am I on about? Gotta wait. So now when we open this... Yeah, I don't think we tested that properly at all. Deactivation makes the laser stop working if it's powered. Yeah, but it's not working when it's not powered either. You need to have it drop one item at a time. Like, pulsed might work if it does like one item at a time. But then it doesn't get an initial pulse, yeah. Use a redstone clock. Well, we want something a little bit elegant here. Someone said this worked perfectly in their world. Now I'm very curious. Who is this person that told me it worked perfectly? Pressure plate with a redstone torch should do the trick, says Santigope. Yeah, will it though? Search redstone clock. I feel like I keep saying I don't want to use a clock, but it doesn't get heard. Like, I'd like this very elegant, simple solution to work. Use that redstone sequencer thingy. Again, another suggestion for a clock. Am I just like, am I brain farting here? Am I not expressing it properly? What's going on? Comparator on the iron drop here, falling edge monostable circuits, says Lucro. I mean, yeah, but then it's just getting complicated, right? Like, where's this beautiful, elegant solution of just having the pressure plate? Your words are falling on deaf ears, says Chomp Chomp. It would appear so. Is there a better block machine for the dropper? There might be, but the issue isn't the dropper, actually. It's the pressure plate and the atomic reconstructor. Block placer, block breaker is better. There's always a problem with entities. No, the problem isn't with the entities. The problem is, like, once this is powered, that activates once, but it doesn't reset. I want to know who this person is who told me that it works perfectly in their world, because it can't do. What are they doing differently? Dang it. Speak up, person in chat. Where are you?
If we want to live in a different world.
There might be a block that is a redstone clock in itself. There is. I suggest using a gold pressure plate. That doesn't change anything. There might be a modded pressure plate. If you put the iron dropper below the laser to face upwards and place the absorption hopper where the dropper is right now, it might activate the pressure plate every time it shoots them out. Yeah, it probably won't. That's not what's going on with the pressure plate though, is it? Like, it stays pressed even when an item comes off for a couple of ticks. Not sure if there was like a different type of pressure plate, like a redstone one, what it would be named. Maybe like an inverted might do the trick. In fact, if we could invert, I believe that would be it. I don't know what tuned means. But that appears to not be an option. I think the laser is activating when the dropper dispenses, not on the pressure plate. The laser is activating when it gets a redstone signal from the pressure plate. Once it does that, it only changes the first item and the pressure plate is still active. So if this was inverted, that would fix it immediately, because then it would be powering. Actually, not sure it would. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm just going to give up. Oh, and I was going to put a clock there, but that thing needs power, so I kind of want to avoid making this too ugly. Okay, also means this thing consistently runs, but whatever. What can you do? Right. Oh, literally consistently. Like that now, is it? I wonder if that takes a lot of power. So we no longer need that. And we can put this glass back, and now we can do our test. So let's go to the system and ask for, 10 blocks of this stuff. Okay, now what I really want to watch, not only is what's going on there, but is this thing. Now it looks like it hasn't even given the Inori blocks here yet. Right, did I eject continuously and pad? Eject continuously. Okay, go to that thing. 5. Got all of them. Excellent. It works. That now works. Unfortunately, the machine stays on. Okay. That's the first one. Whenever we need something from there, we can automate it. What we need to do now is build storage for it. And as we've been doing, this spot over here would be a good shout, I think. So we added 6 items. Let's put back those ones. No, that wasn't it. 1, 2. Some of these I still might need. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it that one, the other one? I think it is. And there it goes. So that system just figured it. Oh no, wait, these need to be compacting drawers. I was about to chuck them in there. That's not good. So we want 6 compacting drawers. We got an arc here for 48 months. Thank you ever so much, my dude. Greatly appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the stream today as we work on more rabbit holing. Which again, it feels like we start off with like, oh, just a few steps away, and then we're like, oh no. We're not even close. Then we need a key. Chat has X touched chickens yet? Says Chomp Chomp. Nope, and I'm not gonna. Avoid at all costs is my opinion on chickens. It's just a dull, boring, breed luck-based grind, which I don't really feel like doing. Okay, let's get these in place. they will now be part of the network and automatically be prioritized. So when I go back to this mod and I ask for... Alright, I ain't messing about. I'm going to get... Actually, I'm going to do that when I get back, I think. Because I keep telling myself, go to the toilet, switch to standing, you know. And then in a minute. Oh, 1 more minute, just 1 more block. Just 1 more block. Whew, I have transitioned. And peeps, I will... That's the button, isn't it? I will be right back. Don't go anywhere! You didn't go anywhere, did you? I hope not. God. It did say I'd be right back, and here I am, as promised. Okay, so now we get to... Yeah, I want to do this over here, though. So we shall request 100 of each, is what I was thinking. That should cover us for a while. Okay, yep, go. All of those are running. And over here... Oh, look at that! Wow. Well, it's doing the job, alright. It's definitely doing the job. I feel like we should hear noises, but we're not. Ah, it's sort of doing them one by one, isn't it? Okay. Skylight says, X, can I give you a wholesome compliment if you want to? Sure. Beamed materials, says Illamanaman. It does kind of look like they're being beamed. You know what? You could use these beams here as decorations in your base, right? Oh my god. We could do that immediately somewhere. Where would a couple of beams look fascinating around here? I'm kind of aware this place has got a bit of empty space. Like, we need to put some lighting fixtures in here. Oh my god. We need somewhere. Like, between 2 points. Or I could have the beams, like, turn on for this thing, right? Oh, look at that. Okay, right, so. I guess I wanted the recipe for that. What am I out of? Iron casing. We'll make some more then. Obviously. Okay, this is a bit of a distraction. We need some energy. I wonder if I can make them so, rather than they're pulsed, they're always on. Yeah, I want energy conduits. That should do it. So if we go up to, like, up here. won't look pretty having this gap, but it'll be worth it in the long run. Okay, now they all need power. But the trick is, can they be powered just by a direct redstone signal is what I'm thinking. What happened to our previous redstone torch? Where'd that one go, eh? Oh, it's still in my inventory, that's why. So, like, for power, I need a point. We'll just put this one down as... Well, actually, I guess it's part of the woot woot. Why is that one working? Oh. They're working out of sync. Okay, so that's not getting them to stay on, therefore... What's this thing called? That's it. Dang it. I need 3 of them. Okay, so now... That's not annoying, is it? Take that. Oh God! Help me! My eardrums! I think I might want more than one. Give me 3 more. That's the best I can do. Then down here it don't look so bad. That's cool. That's cool. That's the best thing we've built all day. Yeah. That looks amazing. I love it. I could hook it up so it only turns on when... Oh, that looks so good. That's epic. It sounds like dubstep, says Dark Wolf Hunter. Comment of the stream. Comment of the stream right there. It does sound like dubstep. Oh, that's good. Right, what are we doing next? Because we've done that. Right, now we've got to do the next one, which is the Empowerer. Okay, we're probably going to have to make a whole bunch of recipes, I reckon. So if we go back to the black quartz thing here, that's something I've already farmed. So really... Oh, okay, we're doing that, are we? That should be a pattern. As should this thing, in case we ever need it again. Let's get all the patterns in there. So we're going to have the Empowerer as a pattern as well. Now we've already got the Inori, it's iron casing. That's part of our auto crafting, right? Or is it actually the thing we just made? It's the thing we just made. So we've got 2 things else. That one we've already done. That's in the system. So we need to make that. These are in the system. They are part of the Inori crystal block that we just made. Now that's not... Yeah, there you go. So now we need that. Rabbit hole, my life is spent down a rabbit hole. Okay, then we need this. Oh wait, what? That makes no sense. That's a double battery. Right. Okay, I'm going to add that then. Because then we need a single battery. Which is that. Got it. All of those mean that I should be able to craft that automagically next. We're going to run out of space in these things before long. God, they are absolutely filling up. Oh yeah, and our goal was to make that thing today, ironically. Well, we're doing that bit next, aren't we? Good. Okay, so now we type in Empower. Yeah, I only want one, I guess. And it can't make a display stand, which is something that I managed to miss. So we'll go back to here. Yeah, I totally overlooked that, didn't I? That's totally... Oh. Right, so we need to add a recipe before we can do that bit. Now that will be a different type of recipe. We'll change this over and say... Oh, that's... Is that one we've already got? No, we haven't done either of those. So there's two here that need doing. The top one. And the bottom one. Oh. So what we do is we come over here. We'll put these ones in a different machine just to test that it works that way. So we need chiseled quartz blocks and quartz. Now here's the thing. Block of quartz, not a problem. Chiseled quartz is a bunch of recipes. So back over here again. Yes, I know it's very confusing. I am almost losing track of everything myself. I think I've actually developed some experience where I almost understand what's going on. So we need that recipe so that we make the slabs. Okay, wrong one again. It's the green one. Then we need the slabs into the chiseled quartz. So let's go ahead and put those in somewhere. Right, then I need to ask for chiseled quartz. Yeah, make me a bunch of that. It makes it. I take out a stack. Brilliant. So over here we now have chiseled quartz on demand. Right, this thing needs a crafting upgrade, doesn't it? It shouldn't need it on that one, but this one it does, because there's a crafting recipe. So you take a crafting card and attach it. And then what it will do is it will craft the rest of those. Let's drink some water. Hydrate. Peeps in chat, you need to do it as well. Ultra Soldier says I'm a vanilla girl and I can't wrap my head around this. Well, I am a vanilla girl and we're living in a vanilla world. Okay, like 2 people in chat know what that song is. I actually really like that song. Madonna's music's alright. I never like turned up her nose at her music, yet never really like delved in as well. Anyway, if you're into vanilla, this is just a different game. Modded Minecraft is just another game inside of Minecraft, basically. So now that we've gotten that far along, I have to also, in here, place that other recipe, and then that should be it, unless I miss something again. So now when we go to the actually additions mod, and we request the empowerer, which I don't see. Yeah, there it is. Now it should be able to make it. And we should see that this system starts to do something here. Might not kick in straight away. Let's leave it on the side of the screen. Right, Epic Quartz. So what's going on there? That stuff should have ejected into the adjacent block. Oh, I know what might be happening. Maybe I don't. Because we got a blacklist filter here. So we can't... Oh, maybe it took it out before it could even get to it. Maybe that's the issue. Let's find out. I'm going to get some chiseled quartz again. It's put 3 back into the system. So I'm pretty sure that means that it did actually eject those 3. And now, maybe it did the other quartz as well. I'll just chuck a whole bunch in and it will get a whole bunch back. Yep, that was it. Now, it might have got hung up on a recipe here. I'm not sure why it's not making that, but I've got a feeling it's something to do with the battery. So let's go ahead and cancel. And try again. It's certainly asked to craft a bunch more stuff this time. What do you think? Matt Shorty says, wasn't that Madonna's Material Girl? That's the song! You got it. Right, it popped into my head. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Right, if I ask it that way, it's only got the top thing. It hasn't made iron casing, which look, I can literally make that for it. I think it's getting hung up on this thing. I reckon it's the... okay, it's that thing in the middle then. Now, if it didn't make that, I'm a bit more like, why is that then? Because we've put that recipe in, right? Let's type in coil. Coil is in there. So why did it not automatically make a battery? Okay, it made one actually. If it's got, wait, the double battery's there. What am I missing? Oh, maybe it wants it to be fully charged, so it gets to this level and then it's like, oh no. Maybe what we can do is modify the recipe. So if I go here, and then we want this on crafting mode, right? That might just be the trick to make it work. I'm going to keep this double battery when we check. Come on, show us the magic. No. Stefan RBK, thank you ever so much for 26 months. Happy anniversary, you are my favourite derp. Thank you, my dude, appreciate it. I'm your only derp. Actually, there's lots of derps on the internet. There is, now that I think about it, another there's two here. Okay, so we got the double battery, so it can't be that the single battery was the issue. Four Gale says, have you seen Lucro's ping on Discord about the redeems? No, I haven't opened Discord in 5 or 6 hours, I think. I don't know. Not that I can even count. It has wrong MBT, just try to craft manually. Well, I'm trying to get it to do it automatically, but it's kind of looking like that now. And now peeps type bruh in chat. Why? Someone says you didn't change the pattern. Oh, well we can double check that. Yeah, I might have actually jumped the gun a little there. Let's see. No, it got... Well, let's... Okay, one last try and then we'll do it manually, if not. Right, did it make that? Did it actually get there in the end while I was waffling? Don't know if it did or it didn't, but either way I've got one and I don't care. No, it did! No, wait, what? It makes it, but it doesn't finish up here. That's really weird. So if I ask for another 2, 3 even, let's see what, 2, 3, 4. Weird. That time it was okay with it. Well, it works. But there's some sort of quirkiness in the system. And there's all these peeps going, oh, X, you silly little goose, you're up. And we just sort of showed that it's just some weird quirk in the system. Yeah, you think the worst of me. Handy Jews, thank you for 2 months of support. You're my favourite comfort streamer. Awesome, dude. Thank you. Thank you for the subscription. Yo, why are y'all giving me such a hard time about not reading a Discord message? I've been busy. I've been cleaning my house, out and about on the bike, making food, streaming. Oh no, read your Discord messages. There's no ping. I don't even have a ping. So I don't know what you're on about. If you want to message me, just message me. This isn't just about Discord, X. What is it about now then? Honestly, X saw your life out, says Hand. Jeez! Someone's getting... You also skipped 5 of Lucaro's chats in this stream, X. That's why we're laughing. I don't read every message in my chat. I know, right? It's like I'm doing something else while chat's there. It's like I'm talking and playing a game or something, you know? I don't know what it could be. It's probably not actually that. I'm probably jumping the gun a little bit there, aren't I? I'm probably not. I'm probably staring at chat and deliberately ignoring it, because why would I not do that? There's no computer game. There's no commentary going on. I'm not listening to music. I'm not reading noises in my ear. No, none of that's happening. Okay, a mid-tier block that can be used to empower crystals and other items. Oh, and it sends you straight over here. There is some other block that we're looking for now. Geez, X, grow more eyes, says Everstrew. I want to make a clever joke about how I need more eyes to read your message, but my brain ain't that quick. Oh no, don't tell me it's that big. I wanted it to fit in this room. Display stands. They can go anywhere in that area, right? Nope, 2 blocks away. Oh, dang it. Oh, if I'd have checked that earlier, could have avoided all this. I guess we'll have to make him figure it out. I don't have to make it in this area, but I don't want to go off and make another room. So it's made 3. Oh, there's the 4th. It does get there. So, it's not really going to fit in here, is it? Dang it. I definitely don't want to... You see, this thing would look really cool just sitting in the middle of this room, but I definitely do not want to rebuild that. Or maybe I can put it here. Pushing it a bit. Oh, where'd that go? Oh, I've got so many of them. Yeah, it don't look pretty, does it? It does not look pretty like that. I think what I would probably opt for is that. And that kind of looks a bit balked. Maybe I don't have a block underneath and I make it look like they're hanging down from something above. It's probably also going to like not need any other blocks in the way, isn't it? What do you reckon? Need a neurological chat reader. Yeah, just pumping in all the messages into my brain space. The stands need power too. Yeah, that's okay. You have to insert items to each stand and the empower too, says Tyrus. Yeah, that's right. I am just wondering if I even like this layout anymore. You have multiple monitors for a reason, X. How do you think I'm reading the chat right now? Gosh. Go on, stop with the chat jokes. It's pretty like... To be real, like, I am not going to see every message in chat. So, like, just, you know, forget it. Maybe I could lower the room and then sort of drop it into a lower area. So let's go grab those neutronium blocks. I don't want to go build another area, really. And I don't... Oh, maybe I could build it below... Oh, what's all this? Oh, dang it, my thing is off, isn't it? Ah. And I would probably want another dislocator block over here. Oh, that thing does have something under it. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect placement, right? I'm just going to put it... maybe put it on top? I don't know if that really helps or not, but we'll try. Under the bridge, says Hagman. And yeah, so maybe we just put it below the bridge. It's like a okay-ish solution, I guess. Give this area a little bit of depth. And some character. Yeah, that dislocator is doing the trick over there, isn't it? Can't pick those ones up. Oh man, I'm feeling so hungry. And you know what today is, right? What's today, chat? Curry day, says Lightly Lucid. Oh! You know me too well. My curry fever is back. After I think after like going for a little bit after Christmas and not eating them much, it's come right back. I'm gonna have a massive one today. I picked it out already.
I've got a present for you.
Y'all want to know what I'm gonna eat? Probably not. I mean, why would you want to know what I'm gonna eat? God. No one cares about food, do they? Blue Dragon says Project E is way better with Project EX. Don't tell me there's another layer to the rabbit hole. God. El Manaman says I'm cooking curry right now. Awesome. Awesome. I made a couple of curries in the week, like homemade ones. I should drink more water if I'm feeling hungry, really. Pixel G says, I've never tried a curry before. If you do get the opportunity to, and depending on where you are in the world, I don't think all curry places are quite the same. I get the impression that in the Americas it's not really a place where you have decent curry houses, but if ever you have one, start yourself off with like a vegetable masala. A lot of people have that with like rice or breads. And the breads are really nice, but I don't have them very often. Culture naan, or what's the other one? Begins with P. Peshwari naan bread, really great. Yeah, I've like cut out bread and not rice, but like the problem is portion size. You just get so much of it. For one person, it's a bit like ridiculous. But when in a group, I'll have some bread and rice as well. Skylight says, X, spill the beans. What are you going to eat, sir? Let me grab my... I already written it down. Today I'm going to have onion bhaji, a vegetable masala, a sag bhaji, vegetable samosas, and a sagaloo as a main as well. Get some potatoes in there. I've been eating like a fair bit of potatoes lately. They're quite nice to cook. This might look a little bit boring, actually, putting that texture on this side. Let's pick out, like a... We'll keep that for the floor. In fact, I'll probably arrange these blocks so they kind of highlight what's going on. So, let's get a couple more types of block going on down here. Oh, let's use redstone blocks. We've never used those to build with, and I'm pretty sure you can chisel them. I've just decided, yep, look at that. Although, I must admit, they are a bit on the... Ooh. Actually, they're kind of quite fancy when you change it up. Let's go with that. I don't think we've ever used that texture. Boil and mash them, put them in a curry, says Lucaro. Well, you don't want to mash them. Sometimes, well, I don't know. Maybe you can, but I keep them lumpy in a curry. If you mash them, they become a part of the consistency of it all, right? I've only ever had decent Indian food once in California, a hole-in-the-wall kind of place. It was out of this world, says Lightly Lucid. It sounds like, when you say it's out of this world, it sounds like you found a proper place that does proper curry. Because that's what it is for me. Like, they're just always amazing. And they're on the healthy spectrum as well, which is really great. So, like, it's my favourite cuisine, no doubt. Yeah, let's leave the bit here like this. So, and then we'll have all the circuitry and stuff below it. It kind of creates a bit of an emphasis on this being here and this being part of the layout. We'll have to mess about with lighting as well. Okay, and then we'll have that come down here. Let's add a little depth and then have the next block lower down. Let's go for another lab block. Yeah, go for that. And we've got ourselves an interesting little palette now, haven't we? At some point I should get on using using the wands. I like a Rogue and Josh, says Superfred. I've never enjoyed them when I've had them. When I go into the hotter range of curries, I just find the heat tends to overpower flavour. Should try them again on occasion. The thing is, it's so nice. It's like, it feels like you can never go wrong with your favourites, right? Anyways, I don't know. There's some food talk for you. Scarlett says, I'm not a big fan of beef and pork. I prefer a game like meat, venison, turkey and gator. Venison's really nice when it's in season. I've had venison. I'm only really in fish at the moment. Fish is the only meat I've eaten since I've been on this current iteration of my diet. I'm always trying to like change it up and improve it as I learn stuff. Someone says bear's nice. I imagine it's nice when it's not eating you. Oh wait, that's the wrong material there, isn't it? My go-to is always chicken katsu, the right amount of mild for me. I'm not a fan of spicy foods. Oh, katsu's lovely. That's a Japanese curry. I've made some homemade katsu before. Pretty simple, the spices that you make for like the katsu flavour, if I remember correctly. I mean, it's like out of sight, but it kind of looks cool in the darkness, I guess. You know what we could do here? We could turn it into like a glass platform that you walk across. Ooh, I wasn't even thinking. I was thinking like sort of like Star Trek, like a you know, a plasma beam type walkover thing, right? Do they have that in Star Trek? It'd be in one of those sci-fi things, something like that, you know. So I was thinking like you're walking over air, but maybe... Well, here's the thing, right? We can't see what's going on down there because this texture is busy. That's also quite busy. So maybe actually that might be more suitable. It also looks like it might mix with what we currently got a little better. That would go pretty well. I think I want to try this one even though it looks a little purpley. So can we get away with, like, let's go like that. It's definitely purpley, isn't it? It's looking alright. You can see a little better down there, nothing perfect. I don't like this idea of transitioning like that though. I'll probably find a way to make it work. Maybe if we use those arms in conjunction. They're not plural though, they are just arms. Or a arm. It didn't go quite where I wanted it to. Actually, it'll probably look a little better like that. So so you got a big old block like that, and then it just goes off the front. That will do, I think. Also, if we put railings on the side, that might help with the transition. And it kind of emphasises that you can look down. I don't know what we're going to put above. I feel like we need another amazing texture of some sort. I am learning cool stuff in my biology class. We are learning about genetics, says Skylar. I'm glad you're enjoying that. When I was in school, I didn't enjoy anything, and then I get older and I'm like, oh, I'm now like, I love education and learning about stuff. Any tips for someone trying to build a YouTube/Twitch focused SMP, says Xmas. Lead by example, my dude. Lead by example. And do the things you want to see. Right. Let's carve out a bit more space here, and then figure out what on earth we're going to do. Oh, whoopsie. I feel like probably leaving more of this way open to begin with is the way to go, right? Just so I can get in and out of the area and do the thing. Okay, let's take a look at this inventory. Let's retire some blocks. Yeah, I might as well pretty much retire everything and just start again. And yeah, so how does this thing work? You've got to give it items. You've got to give it 4 items at a time. I got a weird feeling we might end up making a similar system to what we did in the Draconic area. But it's going to require a little bit of experimentation. So conduits for both power and items are required here. Oops. Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, then we're going to need an interface. Grab us one of those again. Xmas, oh wait, Arios says at Xmas, I'd also say don't force it. Don't say this MP will be an insert favourite server style MP. Couldn't agree more. That's why I was saying, like, lead by example and do what you want to see. Like, so often when you read a question like that, what someone's asking is like, you know, how do I be Hermitcraft? And it's like, well, you can't. Hermitcraft is Hermitcraft. Empires is Empires. Minecraft is Minecraft. Like, you got to create your own new thing. You got to bring people in to see what you're doing, and not try and emulate someone else. But at the same time, like, it'd be easy to want to start that and not realize that takes an incredible amount of time and effort and resources, and you're going to need to be the one showing that to everyone else. You're going to have to lead by, you know, like, if you want to see people interact, you got to do that, and you want to do it for those reasons, not for like, oh, I hope everyone watches us and we're like Hermitcraft. It's like, well, it's not how it works. I need a point, actually, don't I? We're making a superhero themed SMP with custom handcrafted mods in Bedrock Edition, because modding that is a breeze. That sounds like a really good take on it, honestly. Like, all that stuff's quite popular, and yeah, could be a legit awesome idea. I don't know, like, it doesn't appeal to me because I'm not into that stuff, but it's obviously very popular. There's another Batman movie. I saw a trailer for it the other day, and I was just like, and it's called The Batman. I'm just like, this is just never going to end, is it? It's like, there'll be another 5 Batman movies in 10 years' time. Like, people just keep want to see in that story. Loopy Canis, thank you ever so much for 13 months. Appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Of course, because we needed another Batman movie, says Curls. We needed it. It's the only cash cow of DC, says Bronic Site. Yeah. Don't forget another 3 trilogies of Spider-Man. Yeah, I can't even be bothered with Spider-Man. Like, all of those types of stories aren't really my thing to begin with. But just seeing it, like hearing it, oh, another Spider-Man movie again and again and again, it's like I don't care anymore. Hey, look, we got to make these things. Why don't we start with one of those? So I kind of know what to do. It's about getting these to the right place that's going to be tricky, I think. Then again, it might not. Like, is there much overlap for what goes where? It kind of looks to me like there isn't. So let's test this. Base ingot and redstone. Oh, I've got to craft them, haven't I? Yeah. So if I click on this thing, for example, with redstone. Ha! It's not what I meant, but okay. Yeah, so that one it goes in. Ah, but it can take the wrong item in. So that one doesn't accept redstone, interestingly. But these ones will, which is kind of unfortunate. Miss Flamingo says, I gave up on comics. They keep resetting the series and running different lines at the same time with crossover events that make you buy it all. Yeah, it's a franchise. It's all about, well, I say it's all about. Obviously, at some levels there are creative and inspirational aspirations, but, you know, ultimately it's about sustaining a brand and being able to pump out content over and over again. So I find it hard to get invested in that because you know that there's more down the pipeline for the sake of having more, and it kind of also feels obvious. Like when you watch those sorts of movies, there's a lot of like deliberate ploys towards different types of identity of people, or like characters that are sort of there for you to relate to. And I don't know, the whole thing just kind of like, I get a bit. By the way, I can't be bothered to automate this. It's just, I'll have a think about it maybe for another time, but now I'm like, do you know what? We'll just, we'll leave this one as being, oh wait, if it's going to be manual, it still needs power. What am I doing? Dang it. Got to rebuild it all again. Yeah, still need some of this, don't we? Oh, the one in the middle maybe doesn't use power then. I gave up on automation for those, says Quelnan. There probably is a way to automate them. In fact, I kind of know now that I think about it. It is going to be the same as the Draconic one, because the Draconic one had like a multiple destination configuration. Dang, even the outside areas of this base looks impressive. We've put so much time into it. So like, this chest here has directional outputs. So you probably like configure it so that you send in the recipe and it puts one item in one place and one in another, and they send it to different spots. The superhero thing is something like the Origins SMP, but every member has a unique ability of their own. I think it's original, but gotta wait and see if it works. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, it does sound good, but like when it comes to success and stuff, like just focus on enjoying what you're doing. So many people chase numbers in this space, and it's just not good for a whole bunch of reasons, really. Like, you should do stuff primarily in the creative space for enjoying it. So I guess this means that I can do the first one. Yeah, and it will make those. So the other ones, infused diamond, I can make that. See, got that. Add coal around it. Double compressed with redstone. So we need double compressed and some redstone. Sorry, coal. Right, ah, dang it. There we go. Hey! Lots of sparkles. It's dark down here, isn't it? Yay! Right, so we've got those dusts. God, it took us 2 hours to make some dust, peeps. That's the world we live in today. Right, so yeah, we want to make that. Didn't I already make a recipe for it? I did. It's now craftable. Oh, we need a diamond chest. Where am I? I'm here. So let's go back to that. That requires an iron chest. It never ends, peeps. Silver chest. Oh, gosh. Iron chest. Right. Wait a minute. Yeah, just use that other type of iron, please. I don't want to go down another rabbit hole. Thank you. Right, update that. And now we should be able to make the alchemy chest. Come on. No, not that. This. Oh, thank goodness. Right, we got it. Woohoo! What do we want it for? I can't remember. When did we want it? Yesterday. Right. Dark matter, red matter, crystal chest, dirt chest 9000. Oh, God, more chests. Okay, okay, more chests, eh? Crystal chest was one. There it is. Yeah, that should be doable. Just glass around it. Have I forgotten again? Dirt chest 9000. Is that it? Got it! Hey, I got a quest for that. Cool. Yo, how many more are there? That might be my first in the whole Project E thing. I'm hoping it's going to guide us through this a little bit. Okay. So now I need to craft one of those. And one of these. It seems a bit pointless to add stuff like that in, doesn't it? Then we need our matters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Off we go. Let's go do stuff. Hello X, is this Stoneblock 1 or 2? Says Star Gaming. This is Stoneblock numero 1. Numero 1. Oh wow, that's going to use all the slots. Here we go, here we go. Look at that. Super quick. Right, hey! Okay, so we go into here. We've started project. Oh no, we'd already done some before apparently. God. I'm gonna claim rewards. Oh, there's another one after the energy condenser. There is the energy condenser Mark II. I think I've missed a step here. So... Oh, look, there's... Oh, right, interesting. So I could do that next, which I do not want to do. Oh, I needed 4 of these. Didn't I need something else as well? I'm sure I needed... Oh, right, yeah, I was trying to make that. Or did I already made that? I am so confused. I do not understand this mod. Why am I making this? Why am I literally don't know why I made this now. I've lost track. Any chance you'll take this to YouTube at some point? I know nothing about this mod pack, but I got into Vault Hunters recently and would like to know more about this one, says Hybrid Graviton. Everything is on YouTube. Oh my goodness me, my chat is full of green hearts. All of this series is on my second channel, my dude, so if you want to play along, you can go watch all the VODs one by one. We're on day 69. Have a giggle. Also, welcome all the raiders. Gosh, so many of you destroying my chat, which my chat has been telling me I don't read enough of today. God, they've been mean to me. Iskal, my dude, thank you so much for the raid. That's amazing, and welcome all the raiders. Look at what we did today. We spent the whole stream making this chest, and I don't even know what it does. What do I do now for Project E, peeps? Because I don't want to make those HDPE things. I think now might be a good time to do a little bit of a tour, actually, as I'm pretty exhausted from all the crafting and building. Today, we sort of expanded this little area. This is where we're going to grow all the different crops. Why are they not harvesting? Oh! We got storage problems. Actually, that's kind of interesting because the system backs up in a favourable way where you don't get a group of items. If I add more stuff to this, I would need to fix that by upgrading our storage because it doesn't have void on it. They're stored over here, but it doesn't have any void. Anyway, it's time for the tour, I think. Everyone deserves to see this amazing world that we've been playing in for a few months. The idea was always to, like, fill it full of stuff, and we've done that. So let's go to the starting area. Mr. Limey, thank you for 8 months. Greatly appreciated. Hope you enjoy the stream. If you have a cobble gen, you can turn cobble into EMC by putting an expensive EMC item in the top left and put cobblestone in. Right. That sort of doesn't make sense to me. Why would I do that, though, I guess, is what I'm thinking. So here's the starting room. You probably know that what do we call them? Oh my god, what are they called again, those worlds? Sky worlds? I feel like I'm doing a brain. SkyBlock. Right, SkyBlock starts with ye old sieving and whatnot. So that's what this room was, and then it all got upgraded with like special machines and upgrades and all of that stuff over time. This is our main storage bit right here, though. Got a bonsai hopping pot area that's actually 2 stories tall. Haven't decided what to do with the stone up there yet, but that's fine. Sky Thingy, says the Thinky, that's the name for it. You'll see lots of little project rooms like this. They're not really worth explaining, but just to give you the gist of what the base is like, there are lots of little project rooms where we automate the creation of certain materials. Yell at 90, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate your subscription. We've got a way to the Nether. We've done absolutely nothing in the Nether. This is our storage for all of the random loot that we get. We've got a system here that can automatically make dyes on demand. Got another portal to another dimension. A loot bag opener. What's interesting is that this thing's been running for a long time without me harvesting more of these loot bags. I don't know what the height of these were, but we're down to like 4,000 and we should keep an eye on that. To the right is my Ender IO automation room. It's kind of not finished, but like I never had a reason to automate much more. So you've got all these little stations ready to automate things. But inside of these machines, there are patterns that can be called upon, and those parts can be created. All the stuff, the basic automation stuff, is automated by like an old school crafting system with these. And this like both stores and craft stuff. So things are always like available in different quantities and ready to have more of them. Let's go down. This music is 6, says Henry the Hunter. It's Frank Klepacki and the music from Command and Conquer. So yeah, this is my mob farm. I didn't turn it on though. It's a bottom of the world farm, so it's super duper fast. It's got vector plates to push mobs off, and then they fall onto grinders, which have looting. And that is the void, my friends. I wonder if the void can kill me. Is this a good idea? This feels like a bad idea, peeps. That's the bottom of my world. Oh! Oh, the void can! No, wait, can it? It's going to increase the amount of damage, I think. It almost looks like it goes from 1 to 1.5 hearts. I tell you what, when I've finished or concluded the series, I should fall into the void to see what happens. Right? Yes, the void can kill, says Pyro. Right. Maybe the lower you go, the more damage it does. I can't remember. Hello, y'all. Enjoying the world tour so far, though. We kind of started off with the early stuff that isn't as interesting. That's a room that makes bricks. That's my end portal. Really nice room, actually. This is my mystical agriculture setup. And it crafts all tiers of agriculture blocks and seeds. And then here, this is an amazing project. I want chat... Well, actually, no. Some of chat already know what this is. But for those of you that don't... Okay, you couldn't even have guessed that, right? You couldn't have even guessed it. Oh, you wouldn't have had a clue. The only thing, though, is that when you turn it off, it doesn't chop everything down. It'd be kind of cool if there was a way to do that. Anyway, that's my chorus farm. We also never opened up these loot crates. Got that a gazillion times, and that one. Lag machine, it probably is, yeah. Your base looks awesome, says Liar64. Thanks. Been working on it for a long time. This is our 69th stream in the world. Yeah, so then more automation. This was going to be like a big corridor where we put compact configurations of machines on the sides. And the way to get in here is over here. So like you have these little challenges to like hook everything up together. But we went in a different direction eventually and created a massive corridor where all of those machines are now lying down on the floor. All automated. I can request things and the machines turn on. Let's request some solium ingots. I've already got 2,000. Then it starts crafting and making all the stuff. I think it has to make those before it makes those. Yeah, so that's what this area is. In this direction we tried something a little different. Never went too far with this project though. And then down here is my massive mystical agriculture farming station that does tons of materials. And they're stored up the top. Look at that. Loads of cool stuff coming through. In the opposite direction there's a little less to see. And then this right here is my ore quadrupling situation. So we mine ores from the void and then we have a major setup to quadruple them. We've got tons of processing going on over here for all types of material. It runs off of other extravagant modded materials that are made in the background here. Nick Weeks says, wow, this is an awesome base tour. Thanks, we've been working on it for a long time. We got Joe Dragon here for 22 months saying hellos all. Hope your weekend as well. Lovely tour of the base you built here. It looks like you had a lot of fun with this world. Oh, we have. We have absolutely had a blast. So we mine the void for ores that get processed here. And we store some other materials we get from the void, including all of this. This is the botanical void miner storage. And all of these are down here. We upgraded this one recently, and then I kind of didn't finish upgrading the other two, so two of them are a bit wimpy. And that's what the room looks like with night vision, in case you're wondering. And yes, it's built directly above the void. How do you mine nothing, says Bullet? Great question. Just don't mine it, basically. Just don't, you know, you're thinking, oh, I want to mine that, but you just go, no, I don't. There's little other farms in the walls here, like a wither skeleton one and a zombie pigman one, and we can actually turn those on remotely. Oh yeah, and that's my that's like my master overflow storage there, that giant chest. This is the automation room. So where you see all of these extra blocks here, these generally hold patterns for automation. So like this one makes pumpkins. This one over here does those things. And then this is like the heart of the base, as it connects a massive network of AE2 stuff together. On this area, we decided to go in a totally different direction and build like a factory exterior. If you go in this way, I haven't really built this bit up too well, but we got the beacon that allows me to fly, keeps me fed and alive in this crazy cool room. Over here, we've automated draconic evolution with some really advanced setup. There's a whole bunch of crazy over-the-top energy supply coming through a massive battery pack that does 8 million that you can't see there. And then down the bottom you have all these special blocks to help you with the automation, because multiple items have to come through. They have to go to different places, so you have to use a special chest to help you do all of that. Then there's nothing else this direction. There's nothing built here yet either. That is where we make our singularities. So we have a bunch of mystical agriculture farms running on these increased tick warp clocks. Did a bunch of math to calculate it all correctly, and now we have an even distribution of singularities being created from these blocks. So like that many diamond blocks makes one diamond singularity. In here we got just stuff everywhere. Sometimes it's for detail and decoration to make the factory area look cool. Sometimes they're actually farms. This farm's dragon eggs, among other things, chaos shards. This is a multi-farm for both squid and ghast over here. This one is our wither farm. And you can see we've loaded up the area of details. This is our battery storage area across the back here. This is where every different source of power in the base has its own thing, right? And then you can look at it and you can see where all the power is going. So right now, the void mining takes that much power. The quadrupling of ore is using this power, and fusion crafting is using a very small amount. If I go and turn stuff on in the base, loads more of that will get sucked up and used. Steam Ups, thank you for the nice message. Glad you enjoy the look of the base. So down here is where you can turn stuff like on and off. So like Squash Farm is the gas thing up there. And then there's a wither farm, and yeah, you just turn them. Oh, it makes noises. Turn them off, on and off remotely over here. Have you created a draconic evolution core yet? And if not, are you going to? Yeah, I've got a space plugged out for that project. This is my neutronium farming operation right here. And what we were working on today was mostly in this space, which I actually did show earlier. Specifically that thing, which now looks like really odd because I put it in the corner and then later on realized that we didn't have enough space for that. So yeah, we've still got projects that I want to do. Far from done with this world. And there's still loads of like decorative and aesthetic things to do. Steam Ups, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the base tour. So it's the other side of this beacon that we'll build the draconic evolution energy thing. That's why there's this big space kind of prepped for it. And as you can see, I turn on night vision. There's that big battery that I was talking about. Gamer Corlin, thank you ever so much for the Prime subscription. Appreciate it. Where do you get the power, says Surreal Tommy. Great question, actually. The power, if you want to see it, is hidden over the top and around the corner. It's all done with solar. We've got these solar panels right here. They are chaotic solar panels, and they do insane amounts of power. When you go into the solar panel thing, it's one major, massive, deep rabbit hole of different levels. So if I go and ask for solar panels, let's say I decide I want to make one more of them, right? It's calculating the crafting plan. I don't even know if we've got enough CPU power to do it. We're missing wood, first of all. Need to fix that. But it can automatically make all of these things that you see right here. But without the wood, it's not going to tell us how long it would take to do. Crazy, right? Lucaro says, "Oi, X, the music stopped." It stopped for a reason. Let's go down over here. That reason being that I'm out of time, and that's all I've got for you today in this live stream. So if you enjoyed the tour, you want to catch more in the future, I plan on streaming again Monday, maybe tomorrow, but probably not. And yeah, so the next one will be Stoneblock. So if you want to catch it, Monday's the day. We'll go do a raid, and I'll send you all somewhere else in the Minecraft community. Where are we going to go today? I think we'll do a random channel today. So let's go find somewhere not a lot of viewers. And yeah, big thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, your support is tremendously appreciated. And yeah, big thanks to everyone for gifting subs, all of my mods, the Patreons. Y'all are appreciated. And I've got someone here to raid today. So I've picked a random channel. Shadowstone is the name. And you can now hit the raid button. Right. That's it. Take care, everyone. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.